Hello, and welcome to another episode of Around the Verse. I'm Sandy Gardner.
And I'm Chris Rollis.
In this week's update, we'll see more of Hurston's moons, take another look at Scramble Races, and some recently finished props for Squadron 42. But first, let's see what our community has been up to.
Yep, Captain Zhang and his org, the Outer Rim Protection and Exploration Corporation, organized an event last week which they dubbed the Desert Hawk Joint Operation.
Players flew to Daymar to engage in a tense hostage rescue, with one team of Marines taking on a bunch of outlaws in an attempt to liberate two captives. As you can see from these highlights captured by director Phoenix, a wild time was had by all the players involved.
Yeah, it's very cool to sort of see that emergent sandbox gameplay getting prototyped by our community, and it's something that can help influence our mission team going forward. Now on to what the devs have been up to since our last update. The planetary feature team has been working on improvements to moon environments, taking polish and blending passes at Aberdeen, one of Hurston's 4 moons.
Particles and more textures are being added to Hurston's savanna biome, with particular attention being paid to how textures change according to distance.
Yeah, and the UI team continues to iterate on the rental experience for Star Marine, as you can see with these updated item selection screens. Fear not, the PU mission team is still working on the Scramble Races that we've seen in previous updates. Let's go to Luke Presley for more on how this mission type is coming along.
Recently we had a playtest of a Scramble Race where we pitted a bunch of Cyclones against 2 rovers that had turret gunners, because in previous tests we'd seen that the Cyclones, which are faster, just raced off and won the race straight away. What we learned from that is that we had to give these slower, more combat-oriented vehicles a way of winning that isn't just collecting checkpoints.
Definitely more fun when someone's trying to kill you.
What we're trying now is to allow them to kill the leaders or joint leaders of the race and steal their points, so it's feasible that they can win without ever collecting a checkpoint.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Even though it's an early playtest, there was a lot of fun in there that we weren't expecting.
The props team has been finishing up work on triage props designed for Squadron 42.
Yeah, this set of medical equipment will also eventually be used in the PU as well.
Here's a first look at completed versions of the utilitarian HABs. We've seen them progress from concept images to white box, and these fully rendered spaces are the next step in the process.
It's so cool to see the final artwork match the original concept so closely, so pretty psyched by that.
Moving on to ships and vehicles, we've got the quantum drive to perform according to its power state. With power allocation coming online, we continue to improve the impact that the system has on your ship's performance, adding further levels of nuance and realism to the flight experience.
Pretty cool. And for a look at what's going on with the ship pipeline, let's go once more to Jared.
Thanks, guys. This week we've got updates on 2 ships for you. First off, let's take a look at some of the Freelancer variants, which are currently in gray box phase. We'll start with the Freelancer Max, which you can see here getting its super wide cargo bay hashed out. The Freelancer Dur, which sacrifices payload space for additional fuel capacity tanks, and the Freelancer Miss, which stands for missiles. Now, in addition to the racks that are on the exterior wings, the Miss is getting retractable launchers from the primary hull. This means you'll be able to bring even more ordnance to bear faster than you can say Alpha Strike. Remember, the Freelancer variants are currently scheduled to arrive in the persistent universe with Star Citizen Alpha 3.4 before the end of this year. And speaking of style, let's take another look at the Freelancer's partner in Greybox, the Origin 890 Jump. Now last week we showed you the hot tub for the Constellation Phoenix, and, well, Origin isn't going to let RSI corner the market on rest and relaxation. And that's why every 890 Jump not only has a hot tub of its own, but comes complete with its own grotto, for the discerning citizen. And when the party gets too big for that, you and your guests can move to the included swimming pool located just around the corner. A hot tub and a swimming pool. I wonder if there's a word for that. Finally, join us tomorrow at 12 Pacific for Reverse the Verse Live, when we'll have lead vehicle artist Elwin Batchelor Jr. on to take us on a guided tour of the newly reworked Mustang variants and discuss his team's process in rebuilding them for the upcoming Alpha 3.3. Back to you guys.
Mustang fans will definitely want to tune in to Reverse the Verse tomorrow. Remember, that's live on Twitch at noon Pacific.
And that does it for this week's episode. Thank you, as always, to our backers and also to our subscribers for sponsoring all of our shows.
Yeah, thank all you guys. And until next time, we'll see you
around the verse.
Thanks for watching. For the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42, you can subscribe to our channel, or you can check out some of the other shows, and you can also head to our website at www.robertsspaceindustries.com. Thank you very much for watching.